Since mukhang Dr. Lincoln is not yet present or is experiencing technical difficulties, allow me to introduce the next group of presenters now. So up next are our fifth presenters from BS Applied Mathematics 4-1 with their study entitled A Mathematical Modeling of Circadian Regulators, Light-Induced Effects with Core Body Temperature as the Primary Oscillator for Melatonin Dynamics. So their research models how light exposures and body temperature influences melatonin levels, offering insights into the math behind our sleep-wake cycles. Now, let's give the floor to Mr. Russell James V. Barua, Ms. Monette Ayose, and Ms. Dizzy Marie B. Penserga, along with Mr. Mark Gerson L. Oliva leading the presentation. Kindly take it away, presenters.
Good luck, Mark.
Hello, good afternoon po. Let me share. Ay, sige. Thank you very much for that. Again, good afternoon to our dear professors and classmates. I am Mark Gerson Oliva from BSAM 401 to present to you our paper, A Mathematical Modeling of Circadian Regulators, Light-Induced Effects with Core Body Temperature as the Primary Oscillator for Melatonin Dynamics. This paper shed light on the regulators, both internal and external, that influences the alignment of the circadian rhythm. Next po. So, let's begin with a question. What is sleep actually and why does it matter? Siyempre, ako na rin sasagot. Sleep is a vital physiological process that enhances learning, supports memory consolidation, and allows the body and brain to restore themselves. So, kapag wala tayong enough sleep, our brain cannot function properly, na nakaka-affect sa ating emotional, cognitive, and physical health. Siyempre, there's more to it. Hindi lang tayo natutulog ng mahaba, pero kailangan din nating i-timing yung tulog natin. Dito na papasok yung circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is our body's internal clock that regulates the sleep-wake cycle roughly over a 24-hour period. It is influenced by internal and external cues such as melatonin and day and night cycle and helps determine our natural tendency to feel sleepy or alert at certain times of the day. So, kapag laging nagpupuyat tapos hindi pa tama yung timing ng tulog mo, will just indicate a misalignment of the circadian rhythm. This misalignment can lead to poor sleep quality and sleep disorders classified as circadian rhythm sleep-wake disorder. Next po. Moreover, light is the master switch or we call the Zeitgeber for our circadian rhythm. Even short flashes on our phone screens can reset the clock. And too much light at night flattens melatonin production, the hormone that signals, oh, it's time to go to bed na ha. Next po. However, existing models tend to focus more on the interaction of light and melatonin, or light and core body temperature as regulators of circadian rhythm, failing to capture the randomness caused by other external factors and their effect to each other. Next po. So, among all the studies we read, we mainly based on 4 studies of Brown, Forger, St. Hilaire, and Breslow et al. By merging these calibrated blocks into one stochastic framework, we ensured the model is both physiologically grounded and ready for new noise terms and temperature feedback. Next po. Ngayon, tumungo naman tayo sa stochastic differential equations. SDEs are differential equations that contains a stochastic term which account for randomness or noise. Next po. It is usually written in this form where we have the deterministic term plus the stochastic term times the dW or the Brownian motion. Next po. So now, this is the proposed network of how the system works. The light input I is the raw intensity profile of light actually hitting the eye across the day. In the retina, where our photoreceptors are found, converts photons into electrical signal going to the brain's clock. The process L is a dynamic light filter where it mimics the photochemical bleaching and recovery, turning the retinal signal into a drive whose strength depends on both light intensity and recent light history. In the pineal or the endogenous melatonin or the H1 compartment, at night, the circadian pacemaker tells the pineal gland to secrete melatonin, filling the H1 compartment. Tapos kapag bright light naman, through the process L, sinusuppress yung melatonin synthesis. Then, exogenous melatonin is the pill or the gummy na tinitake natin. Kapag na-take natin yung pill, magsistay muna siya sa absorption pool. Tapos, roughly 90% nun yung mawawala kasi metabolize agad siya ng liver and yung natirang 10% lang yung pupunta sa H2 compartment para mag-boost ng melatonin circulation. The process P is the representation for the suprachiasmatic nucleus or the SCN where our master circadian pacemaker is found. It listens to the light drive B, plasma melatonin, and other external factors TW such as, but not limited to, meals, exercise, stress, and more. Then, other external factors, as said earlier, is an input for non-photic Zeitgebers such as yung example na mga nabanggit ko like exercise, meals, ambient temperature, or even social interaction na nagtitweak sa clock timing natin independently of light. Sleep wake cycle is a major output of process P. Kapag sinabi ng pacemaker na gabi na, tataas yung sleep pressure, tapos kapag sinabing umaga naman, magpo-promote naman ng wakefulness. So, light to process, I think next part na ba? Here's our proposed model. X is the core body temperature kasama si Xc na coupling variable ni X where they are self-sustaining 24-hour oscillator of circadian system. They let that oscillator be pushed or pulled by outside forces, mainly light as well as by circulating melatonin in the blood. Basically, sila yung nagkikip ng biological time ng body natin. Tapos, meron tayong random shake which is the DW, so hindi perfectly identical yung bawat araw. Next po. Then, equation 3 is the fast light sensor inside the eye. Basically, parang sponge na mabilis masaturate. So, kapag galing tayo sa madilim na room, tapos bigla tayong lalabas sa sobrang liwanag na area. Equation 4 is where we convert raw light into basically brightness. 5 tells us how much light drives actually reaches the circadian pacemaker. 6 is a simple equation of 16-hour daylight and 8-hour nighttime cycle. Equation 7 is the nighttime switch for pineal factory for melatonin. Kapag gumagabi na, dumadami na yung nire-release na melatonin unless kapag bigla ang may bright light na na-disturb yung pag-produce ng melatonin. Equation 8 is the plasma melatonin in our blood. Siyempre, tumataas kapag nagsa-start na mag-produce ng melatonin, tapos sasamahan pa ng exogenous melatonin, pero bababa rin kasi babawasan to ng gut natin para isynthesize siya ulit. Then equation 9 is the melatonin supplement itself may be in the form of a pill or the gummy na tinitake natin. Next po. Then, equation 10 naman is a timer of sustained release melatonin pulse where meron tayong tatlong condition. The first condition is keeping the melatonin in the night signal strong. Then, second condition is magkakaroon ng smooth letdown para gradual yung pagbaba niya. Kaya minsan, we still feel sleepy kahit kagigising lang natin. Then for the third condition, reset sa 0 or almost 0 kapag umaga para mag-create ulit ng panibagong melatonin. Next po. Then, unahin muna natin si equation 12. Equation 12 described by two state variables x and xc that trace a repeating loop every once roughly 24 hours. Para siyang hand ng clock na sinasabi, saan ka na ba sa cycle? Morning, afternoon, evening, or hating gabi? Then the equation 11 kung saan para siyang gate sa pineal gland kung gaano ka-open yung door para sa melatonin synthesis. Next po. So sa part lang na to, next po, yung ating initial values and parameters. Next po ulit. Pero hindi ko na siya isa-isahin dahil we have limited time lang. Okay, so for our model analysis, where we have our objective 3, where we can find the theoretical finding of the well-posted well-posedness. However, di ko na siya i-discuss in details, pero this will let us know that our theoretical result on the well-posedness of the dynamic model ensure that our models can reliably describe the dynamics of circadian system and melatonin, with solutions that are not only mathematically sound but are also biologically consistent with the natural phenomena. Next po. Then, the local stability analysis of the dynamic model suggests that the model will return to its natural ready state. No external disturbances like shift in light or melatonin intake. Next po. Okay, to introduce the results now, to address the objective number 2, we are going to numerically simulate the model. The researchers utilized the SDE23 solver in MATLAB programming language. We simulate 3 different light intensities during the night. So we have 0 lux, 50 lux, and 100 lux, covering 7 days or 168 hours. Next po. Now, as we can see from the figures, next po ulit. All 3 simulations maintain a general structure, circadian variables modulated by light and melatonin rising at night. However, they differ on how noise affects their response. Now, the top panel of the graph shows how the body's internal clock behaves. The orange line shows that it's light or dark, and the black and gray are the 2 parts of the body clock reacting to the light. On the bottom panel are melatonin levels. The blue line represents the overall melatonin coming from both endogenously and exogenously. These are also sensitive to light. Next po. So, to sum up, by comparing these figures, we can say that the different light intensity together with external factors affect the production of melatonin. The higher the light input during the night, the lower the production of melatonin. These differences helps us to understand how our internal body clock and sleep hormone react to changes in light and daily routine. It is very important, especially for people who work night shifts, travel a lot, or have trouble sleeping. Thank you very much for listening. I hope marami po kayong natutunan sa group namin. Thank you po.
Ayan, thank you so much to our fifth group for that well-executed and fascinating presentation. Galing niyo magpaliwanag, no? Sobrang linaw kahit complex ang topic on circadian rhythms and melatonin dynamics. Your mathematical modeling of the sleep-wake cycle using light and body temperatures was such an interesting and refreshing take.
Ngayon naman, syempre, hindi makukompleto ang session kung wala ang participation ng audience. We're now opening the floor for our Q&A session. Kaya kung may gusto kayong itanong or i-comment tungkol sa aming modeling techniques, assumptions, or interpretations, feel free to jump in.
Again, we'll be using Slido for this part of the program. Huwag mayang magtanong because this is your chance to clarify concepts, explore their implications sa model nila, or even ask how they handled challenges during their research.
All right, let's kick off our Q&A session because we're looking forward to hearing your questions and insights.
And so I think I'm already seeing 3 questions na, no? And so for the first question, Mr. Oliva, why did you choose core body temperature as your primary oscillator instead of others?
Core body temperature kasi naturally follows a 24-hour cycle. So, it will rise during the day and will drop during at night. This cycle also is very regular and closely tied to how our body clocks work. And because it reflects also the central rhythm of many body functions, and this is our primary motive in choosing core body temperature po.
And for our next question, how is the result of your proposed model different from the result of your base paper? Yung ODE lang po.
Hindi namin napakita yung sa base paper, pero yung curve kasi ng base paper ay very smooth and hindi niya naka-capture yung random noise na mas malapit yon sa real life. So, yung model namin ay may stochastic part which catches the randomness of other external factors.
Ayan, so guys, the next question. Pero maglagay pa kayo ng questions if you have other questions ha. Pero as for the last question here in the Slido, why consider the other external factors if the strongest that can affect the melatonin production is light?
Hmm. Wait lang, na mental block. Sa base paper kasi namin, they treated the interaction of melatonin and light independent from the core body temperature and melatonin. So our paper delves more into the interaction of these three together with our other external factors represented as noise.
Ayan,
Nasagot ko ba ng tama?
Okay.
ayan guys.
I think that's the last question. Is there any other questions?
And if you have any other questions, if you don't want to type in on Slido, you can raise your hand, voice it at the chat box.
If there's none, going once, going twice, now we can proceed to the next session.
Ayan. So thank you and great job, Group 5, no? We've now come to the final group of presenters for today's plenary session. And while this may be the last, we're confident their presentation will be just as impactful and thought-provoking as those that came before.